Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I guess I would call my channel a lifestyle channel. I just share things going on in my life. There's things from exercise, vlogs of my daily life, to what I'm calling lately, these are the growing pain moments. But I've got a little bit of everything, and I just hope you find something that connects with you, and that if you like this type of video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more like videos. But anyways, I'm here today with, like I said, another growing pains video, or vlog, I guess you call it. Anyways, Growing Pains is a series that I'm starting about things that I have been going through or have gone through in the last year, and they've helped me grow, but they weren't exactly fun, right? Like, growing pains aren't fun, you know, we get stretch marks from them, or we have attitude adjustments or whatever's going on. But I've grown and I'm becoming the person that I am, and through that I'm thankful for my growing pains. So I know that some people must be able to relate, whether it's the good, the bad, or the ugly. So here we go. So today we're talking about mindset. And that's so general, I know, but it has to do with how we think of every instance, every situation, from moment to moment, future, everything is about our mindset. And what made me want to do this vlog is my grandmother. She's absolutely amazing. Okay, she's 89, almost 90. She's like one of my top idols. She's still, well, she'd go for a run if she could. Well, she can pretty much. She goes for walks all the time, but she swims, and she always is striving to be better. So these are some of her goals for this year. Okay, she turns 90 in September, so really it's in like 2 months she's 90. Every day that she swims, which is pretty much every day that it's sunny out, right? If it's not raining, she's in the water. If there's no white caps, then she's in the water. She's increasing her strokes by 50 strokes a day, one way. So that means 100 strokes a day she's increasing every day she swims. She was up to 500 the other day. Like, she bought a speedboat because she didn't have one yet. She had all the other kinds of boats. This time she wanted a speedboat. She's going to drive that thing, she said, this year. It intimidates her parking it, but she's going to drive it, she said. For her 87th birthday, I believe it was, we went ziplining down a mountain, not a huge mountain. For her 90th, she'd like to go and do ziplining across Niagara Falls. However, my grandfather is not doing great, so that might not happen, but that was what she wants for her 90th birthday. With that being said, all the amazing things that she does on a daily basis, she takes care of my grandfather, and they live alone. She takes care of the house, the inside, the outside. They have a lake house, a house in Florida. She's very smart. They made really good investment decisions when she was younger, her and my grandfather, and then this is turning into a grandmother vlog, but hear me out. So, they made just really wise choices. She worked full-time for the state. She was a mother to 3. Now here is where it gets amazing to me, even more amazing, because she's the most generous person I know. She would give someone the shirt off her back. She is so helpful and takes care of anyone she can in any way she can. She's lost 2 out of her 3 children. One was very sudden. It was actually my father, but it was very sudden and unbeknownst that it was coming. And then there was my other aunt who had cancer. It did end up taking her suddenly, but we knew she was struggling a really hard battle. So she's gone through that. Like I said, she's also taking care of my grandfather right now, and just, you know, hardship that way. And in the normal life circumstances, like, no one doesn't have struggles. So I'm not making light of anyone else or comparing. But this is what she said. I went to a funeral of a young girl a couple weeks ago, and you know, she knew the father, and we felt terrible. Obviously, he lost his baby, his only baby of, I think she was 25 years old. And she said he's had a hard life. yeah, I don't disagree with that because I can't imagine losing my child. But I looked at her and I said, Grammy, some people would say you've had a hard life. And she goes, huh, I guess that's all perspective. I'm like, boom, like, yep, you're right. That's exactly what it is, perspective. Because on my bad day, I can't imagine not having one of my children with me anymore. And for those of you who are watching who have lost one of your children, I'm so sorry. I can't even, you can't imagine the struggles. Anyway, to go into the positives about learning to adjust mindset. Those are things that make us who we are, whether it's the good or the bad or the ugly. Like I said, losing spouses, losing family, losing friends, these are terribly difficult situations, and that you never want to find a positive out of it. But believe it or not, sorry, I lost battery. Believe it or not, it will make you stronger, which is a positive, to find that strength, to be able to accept it, to know that you will see them again, to remember these amazing memories you had, and you may not be able to see it for a long time. So how do we change our mindset? Let's break it down to smaller things, because that was kind of deep, okay? So on a daily basis, people think negatively. It's normal. It's very normal to think negatively about, you stub your toe. Okay, well, that sucks. That hurts and it's negative. Then you lose your toenail and that makes it even more negative, right? But if you are able to see these finite moments and make a positive out of it, like maybe when you stub your toe, you didn't swear this time. Well, I have a 3-year-old and I have to practice that. So if I didn't swear, that's a positive. God gave me that little test so that I could practice not swearing, right? And that's just, I can't give you an example for every single little thing, but you can find these positives. I mean, the sun's shining today. Like, if a client doesn't show up, that's money out of my pocket. Like, I'm a hairdresser, for those of you who don't know. If a client doesn't show up, then that's money out of my pocket. That's negative. That's time wasted. But I will tell you what, so many times I find a positive out of it because I've been able to get something done, been able to send an email, been able to check on them, and they had forgotten and it was long service, so I can go run an errand. You have to be able to find these positives in these negative situations, and I can only help you go through the process, the mind process. I can't address every single situation, but you have to trust it. You have to trust the process. One of the reasons I'm actually doing this is I actually am working on, and not to get all like salesy on you, but I'm working on, it's called the Good Life Guide, and it's just basically a guide on how to help you create your optimal life for yourself. And to each person, that would be an individual life. Obviously, everyone would find their lives different to start with, and then how they want to make it would be different in everyone's eyes. So anyways, one of the exercises I was working on was how to become a positive thinker, and I'll link it below, but it basically works you through these situations, and you have to practice it. It's not going to happen naturally. It's not going to happen within just doing it a couple times. But if you can do this exercise on paper a couple times, maybe 5, 10, you might have to do it 20 or 30 times. Then your mind is going to start doing it automatically. And yes, those negative thoughts will still pop in your head, but they will pop out just as quick. And part of it is expressing the negative thoughts, because that's part of being human. You have to express the negative or how you're feeling. Don't ignore feeling, okay? So again, terribly big situations, you need to grieve. It's part of the healing process. It's part of seeing the good in these terrible situations. Because when something like 9/11 happens, oh my gosh, where do you find a positive in that? But to see our country come together afterwards, or the songs that were written, the small or big acts of kindness, that was amazing. Those were these positive points in such a dark and gloomy situation. So I don't know if this was helpful to you at all, but I have had to work through some situations where I did not see the positive, okay? It happened and I could not find the good in it. There was not any good in that moment. But now looking back, and it honestly has been like one of my most traumatic situations was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and I actually can see the positive in it. Like I can find how it shaped my heart and how I'm so thankful. Not so thankful. I'm thankful that it happened because I am a better person because of it. I have a better relationship with the people that it's affected, and I am thankful for it. And this may be hard to see in a terrible grieving moment or just something you're going through right now, but I promise it will get better. And please, I'm going to put the link below. You don't have to pay for it. It's a PDF. It's a sheet that helps you walk you through these moments. And like I said, if it's a really bad moment, you don't necessarily have to do the exercise, but express yourself. Go talk to someone. Don't act out on your actions. Okay, that's where negative thinking and negative action, that's when they are all negative, okay? Because then you dig into this hole of negativity and you ruin lives. You ruin your life. You ruin other people's lives. And that is just not the way to go. So if you are feeling negative, I encourage you to express it, whether you have to journal it, whether you have to talk to someone, express it, and don't express it in action. Express it in words, calm words if you can, or some kind of outlet, and then the healing process can continue. So anyways, that is my long story of growing pains today. Like I said, it's mindset and more so the positive side of mindset thinking and how to become a more positive thinker, positive person, and just make it a positive life. I feel like my last one I talked about, if you guys want to see it, I'll post the link for it below. My last growing pains moment was about who we hang out with. And again, I brought in positive atmospheres and positive people in that. So it's just been a positive last 2 videos. But I hope you guys found something in this that talked to you. And I hope that if you need to reach out to me, I'd really appreciate the comments. But like this video if you like their growing pains, and subscribe to my channel. All of my videos are not this like deep, but it's something that I felt like I needed to do a series on. The growing pains, it's maybe my way to express myself. But yeah, thanks for letting me express myself, and I will talk to you guys all later. Have a good one. Bye.